Hello everybody, this is Chris over at CG Pirates, semi-accredited Unreal Engine trainer, because I haven't done my last part of my Duty Live training yet, so I will be posting with some peeps soon. So let's change the caption on this. So there'll be a caption, just adjust this, there we go, right. Hello viewer, that's for you, you see, in case you're there. Right, so I need to turn this fog off because I'm getting this horrible kind of, what do you call it, tearing going on, which I'm going to have to deal with soon. So in the meantime, I'm just going to turn off my fog intensity to about 0.1 because I need to go up here. See how I said that? Up here, through the lighthouse. And I haven't pressed the share screen button, so I better do that now, haven't I? Oops. There it is. There's the lighthouse. Over there, you see. I'm not going to make my mug any bigger because poor buggers don't deserve that. But inside the lighthouse, which is obviously as big and strong and big, it's dark because, of course, it is. So what I need to do is create, I need to create some lighting that I can either attach to here or somewhere similar. I think I'm probably going to attach it to this middle part and have it kind of blazing out. That way we'll get some much more interesting shadows and kind of caging on the walls, which I think will look nice. So I'm going to have a slightly deeper bed for this. Now obviously I'm going to avoid plastics and things. It's going to be a very simple light, but I'll kind of show you what I'm doing, okay? Now, what I do, just to kind of demonstrate, is for measuring stuff, okay, I picture how big it is in my head, and then I kind of do this, and I go, oh yeah, so the light's going to be, and then I'll work it out in centimetres, and it looks like about 20 centimetres, then that's 10, no, 15 centimetres. So now I know what the radius is. See that? That's precision. Okay, so hopefully you saw that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a cylinder, and I'm going to pull it out from 0, 0, yoink, and I'm going to bring it down to a minus. So it's a radii 15, which is actually 2 times what I want, because that's going to be its diameter, not its radius really, but I can half it. I'm going to give it a height of minus 10. I'm going to give it 1 height segments and 1 cap segments. Okay, and that should be enough to get me going compared to decimal point. Now, straight away at the back, I'm going to kill that because I don't need it. Okay, and hit F4 with G. Right, so now the grid has gone away, which was there, and has been replaced by nothing, and I have edged faces. Okay, so first thing I need to do is I'm going to set up a bevel. So I'm going to bring it straight out just a little bit, and then nothing. Then I'm going to bring it out a little bit, in, like that, and then nothing. Select the middle, I'm going to bring it up, and nothing. So I'm not actually beveling it, I'm just using this basically to control extrude and insetting. For the moment, I will be beveling soon. Now I'm going to bring it out again, so it's about the same width. Like that, and then up to about there, and then teeny little bevel because, and then an inset. See, wasn't that interesting? Aren't you glad we did that together? Okay. Now on the inside of this is where the bulb will be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inset it down just a teeny bit, and then down again, and in. And doing this with all these like weird little shapes is basically giving me what's known as the appearance of maker's marks. Okay, so if you ever worked in anything kind of industrial, I'm sure some of you have, you'll know that when you build stuff, it's made out of lots of bits. It's not just formed in a single plastic mold unless you're making stuff for Apple. It's designed never to be maintained ever. So we can utilise that. There we go. So all I've done is I've used my bevel tool now to curve over, and you can see that's going to be our light. Oops, I don't want to select. Get rid of that. Okay, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make some parts that go across it, just to act as a kind of protection against things hitting the lamp and damaging it. So I'm going to go over here, back to my standard primitives, create a cylinder, click Auto Grid, and this is going to come out from here because I love using these as a kind of guideline. So just before it changes, see there? So just before it does that, I'll pull this out, bring it up just a teeny bit. Okay, so that's enough for the minute. So I can just do that. Pardon me. And what I'm going to do is use this to create a kind of a cage across here. Okay, so right click, convert to editable poly. And on the underside, where that is, if I just hit F3, you can see I've just selected the bottom. Oops, back on. And using the move tool, I'm going to bring it straight down like that. Not too far, just about there, I think. And hit delete. Why have I done that? Because now we can see that through the side. Okay, and we'll add a last piece to this very shortly. Now, over here, we'll look at this. This edge here, I'm going to use. So I'm going to come around and make sure I've kind of got it the way I want it. So I'm going to grab here, hold Shift, and just move that to there. Now, if you're using the new and exciting 3ds Max, it's got all sorts of new dragging tools in it. I'm not, because I'm not. Okay, hinge from edge. It means installing stuff, and frankly, I can't be bothered. I'm going to pick my hinge. It's going to be this one. It's going to be 90 degrees, and for edge segments, we don't really need any more than 5. 5's going to be great. Okay, that looks good. So what I can do now, you'll notice this is leaning out a little bit, but hey, I don't mind. What I can do now is duplicate this. So I'm going to first get rid of this polygon that I created because I don't need it anymore. There it is. And then I'm going to apply a mirror to this. So here we go. Actually, no, rather than mirror, that's what I'll do. I'm going to apply symmetry. So slightly more control. Also remember, if you're in the chat and you want to just say hello, you say hello. We're always glad to see you. Okay, and flip off. There we go. Now I can see that the angles on this are just horrible. Horrible, horrible. Okay, it means the pivot on this wasn't quite correct. But let's just fix that up before we do anything else. I'm going to go to pivot and effect pivot only. And I'm going to press my rotate button. Right, my rotate will tell me how off kilter it was, 4 degrees. Not good. Okay, so I'll just rotate it as 4 degrees. That's fixed. Wasn't difficult. I might move it to the edge a teeny bit more as well. Let's see. Okay, now I'm going to apply the symmetry to it. It shouldn't do what it did before. And X, and drag it out. There, that looks a bit better. It's certainly not quite as flexed out as it was. So that will do me. Okay, right click, convert to editable polygon. And now these are both one object. What I can do is just grab the top part here and bring it up. And then I'm going to grab these parts here and here. And I'm going to just bridge them so they become a single piece like that. And I'm turning pin off, just flipping. I'm doing what I just did on my mouse. I hate it when that happens. All I've done is turn my mouse sensitivity to highlighter. Okay, and then using this, I can, if I just get nice and close, hold Shift and move this. It's kind of in the same position here. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate these two parts as well. So I should be able to just hold Shift and rotate them. Now, you'll notice I haven't got angle snapped on, but I managed to clip them perfectly to 90 by accident. I'm not going to say I did it deliberately because that would be a big fib. So now what I'm going to do is attach these two together. And I'm going to move the verts for this one up so that it's on top of these, like that. Okay, so we get that kind of shape. So it's a lot harder for this thing basically to be hit by something and smashed. What I might do is reposition these a teeny bit as well. Have a look at the top. I position them there, and got my verts. Okay, just to add a wee bit of difference to the two, okay? That looks quite nice, I like that. Okay then, now, for the bottom pieces here, once I've attached them together, I need to attach a kind of a cylinder or a ring to these. Now, I'll probably just use Swift Loop, to be honest, if I can. So all I need to do is just grab there. You notice I'm just making sure that it's roughly the same size. I'm not being exact because I genuinely don't need to be. I could have done this, honestly, when I made these, but it's just preferred way of doing things. This is how I do stuff. I may have decided to change my mind and do it a different way because this is my art project. If you're working to, obviously, something that's been given to you by an art director, you do it their way or you will get fired. Unless you work at Bethesda, in which case, you know, you don't know how you do anything at Bethesda. I think what you do is you throw things into a hat and see what comes out. Anyway, sorry Bethesda dudes. That is the case. I'm just selecting one of these edges on all of these, okay? And then I'll do a ring, control, select by polygon, and I'm going to do an extrude. Now this will make a mess. However, I can fix it by just clicking here until it gets to local normal. I'm going to bring these in to about there and just click tick. And then if I want to do a bevel, which I certainly do, I'll do the same again. I'm going to bring this in, right in as well. Bring this right down like that. I'm just messing with the values until I get something I like, which I think's about there. Click done. Okay. Now this is going to be instanced, and I don't care that I'm using, you know, a fair few polygons on this. I'd rather have a few good polygons on this and make it look nice. So that may sound strange, but it's honestly the case. Okay, now here, where this is, I'm going to put a box, and I think the easiest way of doing this part would be I will select here, and here, here, and there. Select my polygon, here, 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 and here. I'm doing inset, so I get some nice control over it if I do that. Actually, I'm going to select these inside polygons as well. I'll get even more control. See what I mean in a minute. Now I deselect that one and that one. Okay. And I'm going to extrude these and extrude them by local normal. I'm going to bring them right in. About there, tick. Okay, now these ones, I'm going to select these polygons here, 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 and here, bring them out, and then I'm going to use my scale tool and just flatten them. The cross-section tool could be faster Mahmood, however, it's down to personal preference. So I'll leave it up to you. I mean, I can create assets using this at the rate of around about 2 decent assets every 30 minutes, which is pretty quick. I mean, it's down really to what you enjoy with your modeling. And I'm obviously not going to say do anything different, but I've always said for you, it's going to be a case of use whatever works best. Also, hello Mahmood, I hope you're well. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly as well, so I feel like an idiot if I don't. Right, so we have the lamp here, we have the little box here that's presumably got wires in it running back. That's the only reason I've made it like that. So I'm going to separate this now into 3 materials. So materials are going to be red, obviously. Wow, did that completely wrong, didn't I? That's blue, red, then green. And I know what you mean by cross-section. I was tempted to use a spline, but I decided not to. Again, it's just personal preference. Ooh, there we go. So there's our 3 material colours. Now I'm going to attach everything to this. It isn't already attached, obviously. Now I want to give ourselves some colour. So this is red. These will be green. And then our light in the middle, which will be our emissive, obviously, will not be. So, grow. There we go, that's our light. Blue. Okay, now I'm going to do the world's fastest, cheatingest unwrap because I can. First, change this to light. Won't be a second, just need to turn my hand off. Right, that's nice. Made myself some fresh scones. What do the Americans call them? Biscuits. Weird. Anyway, unwrapping. So this is in a LH light. That's what it is. Modifier list. We're going to do an unwrap. And we're going to do it by opening the UV editor. I discovered that I'm a 3ds Max accredited like trainer yesterday. I'd completely forgotten about that. So weird. Flat wrapping. Set this to 55 because that'll be enough. Yank. There we go. Done. And that'll give us enough unwraps. There's our light there, which is cool. Now to render it, what I'm going to do is just collapse it. And I'm going to put a lamp in. And to this, I want standard skylight plop. You're not chatting anymore, Mahmood. Dear me. Well, nonetheless, hello to you. There you go, that's my welcoming face. Right then, I am going to select this, hit 0. That will give me my render to texture. Apparently there's new render to texture tools. I don't care. I'm amazed at how many of the new tools over the past 12 years I don't use because I don't need them. Modelers. Who cares? Right. So I'm going to make this 10x24 because I don't really need it to be any higher than this. It's a light. That's it. And I'm going to click render. It's going to tell me that I don't have a target map slot. Don't care. Now I can see it. Such wonder. Okay, so I'm going to save this off in a moment. And for its name, it's going to go down to my U, and I'm going to create a new folder called LH for Lighthouse in a light, because that's a complete mix-up of what I actually call this. It's 3ds Max. inner light is its name, and it's color map in JPEG. Okay. Now I'm going to save the model itself as a 3D format one, and then I'm going to save it as FBX. Export selected. And it's going off to my view inner blah blah light. So inner LH map light is not going to be a JPEG. Yeah, film box. Done. Don't care. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, should have applied a smooth to this. I'm going to do that now. Smooth, auto 24.5. I can get right amount of smoothness I need for my model. File, export, selected. Yes. Yeah, go away. Oh, you. Right, next file, save as. That way I can come back and fix it if I need to. And give it a name. Done. Okay, so that didn't take too long, for about 20 minutes. Now we're going to take it over to Mixer and Photoshop. Because in Photoshop I need an emissive light. That's important. Right, just clean this up. Hello, Quicel. How are you? I do love Quicel. I especially love Quicel now that it's not using Photoshop. Because Photoshop's okay, but not everyone had it. Okay, we're going to open and go down here, assets, lighthouse, blah blah blah, lights. Color map. There we go. And I think this blue stuff's what I'm interested in. So I'll just use my one tool to select it. Unless I'm selecting all of them. Like so. Control Shift I. Goodbye. And I'll be able to lift my background color, which was supposed to be black, but doesn't appear to be black enough to be black for some obscure reason. What do I say? There, now you're black enough. Okay. Now, to ensure that these are kind of wide enough, I'm going to go back to my one, Control Shift I, and I'm going to just select, modify, expand, and I'm going to expand by 1 pixel. Okay, now if I use my eye for my eyedropper and then B for my brush, then I can Control Shift Alt S to save it. And I'm going to save it as inner LH map, and this will be image. So emissive. Done. It might have gone away, unfortunately. Come back. Right, so lighting. Well, I've already got a font called lighting and light fitness in it, so we'll use this. New mix, and we're going to call this LH light. The resolution is going to be 1024. Click OK. Yahoo. Right, next I want to load up my model. Custom mesh. And get my inner light, which is there. Hello. Exactly how I want it. Now for layers, under my material ID, I'm just going to load it and use that. Okay, now you'll notice there's 3 blues and 3 greens. Size heavily, never mind, we'll work through this. So, first things first, I want my base layer, which is going to be some crap paint. So let's go to my Smart Materials and use oxidized steel. Lovely. Okay, so my oxidized steel is going to be ID mapped. One ID mask, and I think I used like the base, so there we go. have those. Nice. Okay, next I'm going to do some shiny metal for these things coming over the top. So, pardon me, I'm going to sneeze. If I do, you may go deaf. Right, not platinum, not silver, although I do like silver, not wood certainly. Pewter, no. Oxidized galvanized steel, yes. Okay, that's nice, and that's going to be ID match as well. I'm going to use Yao greens for that. See, lovely. And then finally, I need just one for this light here. So I don't think I've got any glass. Pretty sure. I'll have a look at my surfaces. What metal I'm going to use? I don't think they've done glass really. Look online, see if there's any glass. I've done some glass. Window stains. Well, I do like window stains. What's this? What is this? Window stain. You'll do. Download. Get the impression this is probably not material. You know, persevere. Everything surfaces. Glass. Yeah, those. Right, solid. Let's go to our local library. Hasn't finished downloading yet. Never mind, we'll wait. We've got plenty to go on here. Hello, dude. I'm just recording. What's up?
Yes,
Gonna help. Have some cheese. Nothing else. Delicious. It should be good. Hopefully. I really hope that. Where's my glass I've downloaded? It is Windows Settings. No, it didn't download. Any good? Yeah, have as many as you want. Seriously, that's what they're for. Okay, it keeps getting me to download the same ones. I'm going to assume I'm having an issue here. And instead, I'm going to use something else for this. Let's see what I've got. Well, not fabric. Probably use like a light metal. Or skin. It's going to be horrible. I'll use iron. And then on top of that, I'll use another material as well. So iron and ID mask to blue. And then on top of that, I'm going to add a plain Jane material. So it's probably going to be solid. I don't know if I can matte this. I think I can use blue, blue, blue. Excellent. And then I can kind of drop its opacity a teeny bit. Preserve its details a little bit as well. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Everything looks groovy. So export time. We create a subfolder inside the LH Light folder, which is there. Export format, yes. Albedo, no. Speculum, maybe. We'll see how it comes out. Roughness, normal. Displacement, no. Mountainous, let's have a look at that. I'm curious. Okay, export the 6 maps. And off they go. Oh, that was easy. Okay, let's go over here. And I wanted to go to my lighthouse. And I think I've actually got a folder for my lights somewhere. I don't know where they are. So let's put up the decor. Yep, light fit. So I'll do this as an inner light. And firstly, I'm going to import my static mesh. Which is there. I'll also import my emissive, which appears to be the wrong bloody colour. Oh, God, I'm stupid. Photoshop. Yeah, that's what the chat's for. You should have shouted, Chris. You got it wrong. It should be white. Give me a minute. Let's open that one. Ones. Push it right there. Save. Go. Right. So I'm going to import that and that. Open. Yeah. Okay, so they're imported. Next, I'm going to import inner LH light, which is, well, I don't even have any inclusion because that's white. But my specular is good, roughness is good, metal is good. So I didn't swear because it is totally small. Okay, let's save it. And first things first, I'm going to pull up the material for this. So create material. And I'm going to rename it just matte. That's what it is. And it should load it up. Somewhere. Oh, it's loaded up on my other monitor. I rarely use because I'm always teaching on one monitor usually, but I'll put it there. Okay, so this is our material. This is not really hard. I'm going to load up this. I'll get a chance. Make sure that my material is applied to it. There you go. It's literally as difficult as that thing got. Okay, so you can see this is our unimpressive flat looking material at the minute. Won't be for long. Save. Okay, so I'm going to click the teapot with the lamp selected. There we go. And I should be able to zoom a bit. Press F. Right, you can see it. And then over here, this is our basic material. Now, none of this is hard. Okay, I can honestly promise you this. Okay, so we've got the diffuse, metalness. I'll put here, and just link my metallic to metallic. Same with the roughness. There we go. And spec. I'm going to shimmy these all out of the way. These are like our core group of controllers. Then, if you're an old 3ds Max fan, this would be basically the bump map. So just apply that to there. Like modern bump map indeed. It's amazing. And then we have an emissive color. And for the minute, I'm just going to attach my emissive to it. Okay, I'm going to do more complicated stuff than that myself, but obviously I'm not going to be showing you at the minute. I've got other things that I need to be doing. But you'll see that will start to glow in a moment. See, glowing. Save. Done. So that's all there was to that. And I'm going to throw it on the wall, have a quick check to see how it looks. But apart from that, the hard stuff's all done. So, I get my inner wall light here now. Pop it there, and just use my rotate tool. Remember, it is technically twice the size that I originally wanted it to be, so it's up to you if you keep it that size. It's also up to you how you rotate it. I'm going to keep it with the box on the bottom. And just zero it here, and you'll see that because I extended it beyond the boundaries at the bottom, it's sinking in, which is cool. So I can adjust it now. A bit more for that. Okay, now eventually it'll have a light on it. It does not at the minute, so I'm going to bring this one forward and just replace it. So replace selected actor with apple light, and I'll make sure it's dynamic. Move that back to there, and change this to lit. Okay. Now when this actually works, obviously this will be much more emissive than this, but it gives us a good idea of how it will look. And yeah, that works for me. We obviously have light going all the way up here, so that's cool. I'm not sure if this is maybe too big. I'll have a look at 0.5 here. 0.5 is too small. I think 1 will be fine. So accidentally I've made it larger than planned, but that works fine for me. So if I hit G for good job, Chris, and delete that, okay, you can still see the emissive light, but I'm going to make that control inside the blueprint, so that doesn't matter. Hit Control S just to save, and wiggly bap, we are done. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing the screen now so I can smile at you. And let's change the status message to something. Let me see. There. And I am going to see you very, very soon. Okay? And in the meantime, if you have any questions, shoot them over to me, and I will send you much love and an answer. And until then, bye-bye for now.